The time is 6:02, and we will call this meeting to order at the City of Hardy. At this time, will you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Mr. Mark Wood. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If we could all please stand for a moment, and we'll go into our invocation by Mr. Councilman Berry.
Our Father, we thank you for new beginnings. We ask your grace and guidance upon our new mayor, the city council, our attorney, our city treasurer, and all the great citizens of this community. May we be in the very center of your will to make this a better community and a godly one. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You all may be seated. Council member roll call.
Allen. Here. Barry.
Here.
Gordon.
Here.
Smith. Here. Taylor.
Here.
Mayor, you have 5 in attendance. You have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. At this time, the City of Hardy City Council will enter an executive session. We will return in a few moments. Thank you. You all will follow me.
Sir, we have to announce what you're going into executive session for. The lawyer will reiterate that.
There will be no outburst, please. We're going to an executive session, what is stated on your agenda, and that is for the filling of a vacancy in the City of Hardy.
Thank you.
We will adjourn. Thank you.
Oh, it's a joke. So it's still on my list. We've been cleaning out.
Oh,
Yeah, it's mayor's office is back here now, so we had to move all that stuff out of there. And that's mine. That's Caitlin's. Yeah, I've been in this one for a while now, a couple months.
yeah, you have.
Yeah.
I just wasn't.
And then Ernie was down at the end, so that's where.
Oh, we would always do it here.
So Ethan's down there right now, but he'll be back here soon. It's ready now. It just needs to be cleaned up. We open this up to the police department.
Oh,
But that's mostly stuff I need to go through and make sure we can get rid of before I ask council for approval. Hopefully February. I've been trying to do it since I've been here 3 years.
she did, and we talked a little bit. And she wanted me to talk to Cody, and I just haven't had time. I think it's so much of a mess. I don't know. It's a mess.
Yeah, I can tell. It looks like it.
And I've been busy, and I had the flu. I think I had the flu last week. I had 2 fevers. 2 days.
I didn't tell. I told her, I don't know if Joe would even consider it.
I don't know if they go over and give me the money. So
Yeah, that person.
they're fighting.
Which who is? Oh, they want to hire you?
The mayor wanted to talk to me. I was thinking of doing the village too, but I just don't have time. Ever since Wade Devin, new elected, switched my position, it's a different focus over there, which is fine.
So you're not coming to Sharp County and stuff?
Which was tough, because I've been living 20 years. So I really enjoyed the people up there, the clerks were really good, officers
him in action in court.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to go sometime.
No, it's pretty wild. No, it's, oh yeah, it's pretty good. No, he was gonna let her go from there, needing some help.
It's a woman, isn't it?
Yeah, and she's trying. She needs some help.
Oh, yeah.
They had deputies out there, and they all called me, and I thought, when I talked to her, I was like, you need a lawyer quickly. Let her quit.
Yeah.
I'm afraid she'll resign, because she
That's
first thing she said is, I
but
think
that's
I'll
the easy way out. I don't, you
hope she
know,
don't.
giving people the satisfaction of quitting just because they don't want to or don't.
Yeah, it's that or, you know, kind of stay going and shut it down.
Do they have a financial?
We're stuck after the block.
They don't have police.
No, the sheriff's department manages that, and the fire department, so. Really, you can pay situation. Firemen, if it's major. She's trying to.
I'll just.
Question. Isn't this only a first class? Because I thought second class is low in math.
I just know that it was 14.
1443, 319.
That was what was actually done before.
Oh, okay. I just thought second class cities didn't have to worry about that.
Well, I'll probably just do it.
Didn't know, 'cause
He-
maybe I should do it.
He has us do things a lot of times
City council.
as an overabundance of caution because he's used to first-class cities.
And it's just easier to.
Who is?
Yeah, no,
Well,
I just.
we're not,
Yeah.
but because he's used to that, a lot of times we over,
Oh, I thought that was
Overly-
about Peter and Joe.
you know.
I like all of
They, I was listening, I did learn so that in that seminar, they talked a lot about the differences.
Yeah, I really wish I'd have been at that, but I can't be everywhere.
The PowerPoints are available.
And they elect, it's pretty much read the same.
Same?
It just says second class, and it's not established by what the office would be.
She said, if you call me, remain awake.
They didn't record that first one that was for
This is
new
where
treasurers.
there's
Is that the one you're talking about?
sizes and the limits.
I don't remember what she said.
They said it wouldn't be recorded, which I'm sure is because they wanted you to know.
Yeah, but I think you can get there. But it was interesting to see. A lot of stuff I've heard.
But in the first one, I think we had an attorney that lived in the city that ran for the position, and he's in the position, right?
It was basically just all.
They didn't have-
No, and it hasn't had to, they haven't had anybody living in the city limits for years.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Do I need to change the wording since it should reference a different ordinance number? Or you think it's okay? Okay.
Hold on.
I mean, statute number, code number.
And I forgot, I need to sworn in.
Oh, I didn't even know you had to be, I'll be honest with you. Okay, well, I have a thing for you. I have a generic one, I mean, it would be the same thing, I would just say city attorney, right? Or does the mayor do it, or do I? Because when we looked it up, you said that I should do the A&P commissioners. But I don't think any of them are gonna be here tonight, as it turns out, so. I don't think, is Phil Morrow back there? And Vicky's not, so.
Yeah, I guess I need to change that. Once again, I'm so used to having to call it.
I should have verified it when I did it, so. There was kind of a lot going on.
No, me and my ordinance, once again, the fact that I covered it for that doesn't kill it. And I can change it real quick.
who's the chair, who's our city attorney right now?
I don't know, Cherokee, I just told her, I thought about doing it last time.
I mean, do they have one at all right now?
I don't know.
That'd be good for them. Steven's enjoying his life over there, I think, right now. Cherokee.
Oh, I bet, yeah. I bet not.
He's got a new, I think he's got a new, everybody under his treasurer, his clerk,
His clerk's not new.
not new, but,
Yeah, fairly, I mean, she just came on last year.
yeah, she told me she was new, and she said a year, so.
Sure. It's nice there, but.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not doing a very good job on Ricky. Oh, yeah.
I can bring you those 4 documents. Oh, yeah, light on. Who's making this time? I got
No.
Sorry, but
You think? I don't know about that.
This council will reconvene. On your agenda, we are at the Ward 2, Position 1 determination.
I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to declare the position of Alderman Ward 2, Position 1 open as it sits. And the city will take, we'll call them applications, but we'll do a public notice. Anyone interested that lives in that ward that would like to hold this position can apply here at City Hall or to the mayor's office.
I'll second that.
Okay. We've got a motion and a second on the table. Court.
Okay, I have the motion by Gordon and the second by Allen. Allen? Yes or no?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Gordon?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Okay, you have 5 ayes.
Terrific. Thank you. While we're on this conversation, there will be a questionnaire available to anybody who's interested to fill that position. Please come see me anytime starting tomorrow. I'd love to visit with you and hear about your intentions to be on the Hardy City Council. This time, we'll move on to minutes approval. We've got some minutes from the December 6, 2022 Planning and Zoning Committee meeting.
Minutes are in your packet for the planning and zoning meeting and the regular meeting. Is it okay if we go ahead with that one too?
page 2 of here, so.
You've had a time to look them over?
Is there any corrections to the minutes? This time we'll entertain a motion to approve and accept them as submitted.
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Berry and a second by Smith. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstains? Motion passes.
Thank you. We'll move right into the agenda. This time, Councilman, do we have any?
We skipped the meeting.
Okay.
No, sir.
That was for both.
That was for voting. Yes, sir. Is there any submissions, corrections, additions to the agenda today? I entertain a motion to approve our agenda as submitted.
I'll make that too.
I'll second.
Ms. Taylor and Ms. Smith.
Motion by Taylor and a second by Smith to approve the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstains? Okay, agenda approved.
Terrific. We'll move into our reports at this time. First of our reports today is from our recorder treasurer, Ms. Darlene Wilson. And this will be our city financial report.
Financials are in your packets from pages 6 through 14. These are reconciled, the bank statements have been reconciled for the month of December. They have not been gone over with a final fine-tooth comb for final approval yet. We'll try to do that in February, but I would answer any questions you might have. In front, I think, actually page 5 was the chart that we always do that shows the sales tax revenue year over year. You can see the trends tend to be the same in terms of the times of the year. We have our peaks and our valleys. We are still roughly 14% ahead of 2021 in our sales tax revenue for 2022. I don't have December's yet. They don't deposit it until around the 23rd or 24th of the month, so I don't have the December sales tax in there yet. I will go over these in more detail with you at the next meeting. I just did not, there's a lot going on for me to be able to study them and do much with you, but I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have.
Any questions from our council on the city financials? Anybody has any questions, please contact me or our treasurer for more information.
That's all in the financials that I have.
I'd just like to take a second and brag on our treasurer for a moment. I don't know how blessed we are, but we've got a really good one right here in Hardy, Arkansas. So thank you for your work.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
None of this would be possible.
You're funny. Thank you to our previous treasurer, by the way.
Yes.
Who's supposed to be,
Was that him, Ben?
who's supposed to be on a boat somewhere, if I remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
His boat always is broken on the trip.
Always broken.
Okay, at this time, we'll have a fire report from our fire chief. Chief, if you could join us, please. Something new, we moved our podium to right here.
Do you have a microphone for him?
Or do you mind to pass your microphone? Chief.
Sit on.
Looks like it is.
So at the top of the packet I gave you all, I put 2021 there, just to refresh the memory. In 2021, we had 310 calls. In 2022, we ran 354 calls, 29 being fires, 2 of them being overpressure ruptures, or overheat with no fire. 210 of them being rescue and emergency medical services, which include any time we assist the ambulance or vehicle accidents. We had 2 hazardous conditions with no fires, 50 56 service calls, 54 intent calls, 4 false alarms, and 3 severe weather and natural disasters. That's when we go on standby for any time we get severe weather could be coming our way. The next page there breaks down in more detail of what those calls were. 5 of them being structure fires, 1 swift water rescue, and a swimming area rescue, 2 search for people in water, and so forth. Does anybody have any questions about all that there?
Any questions from the council?
What all falls under service? The service call?
Service calls, like murder assist, if somebody's detailed with something at the house, like after a lift. Non-medical, non-emergency type incident. The last page in your packet will be the incidents per shift. Volunteers anytime the part-times are off duty, and on duty is anytime the part-times are at the station working through the week. The part-time firemen work 95 incidents, and the volunteers work 259.
In comparison to some of the other cities that are our size, do we have above average call response here?
We've averaged, I know Cherokee ran 700 and something calls this year. A majority of theirs is medical calls. I know we ran, I'm not sure about ash blast, but we normally average close to ash blast call volume, just a little low. I believe in the county where a couple years ago we were the second busiest, but it's still so early this year we haven't seen everybody's call volume.
Sure. Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. This time, we'll have a report from our Chief of Police, Mr. Scott Rhodes.
Mine's not as fancy, I didn't give you all so cool pictures, but I'll do it next time. But, so basically, in the wintertime, our police department is always known to be a little slower than it is in the summertime, because we're a tourist town. But in the last couple of years, that's proven to not be so true. But all in all, our crime rate is really, compared to everywhere else in the county, there's a really low crime rate here. And I kind of, it's not just us, it's not just the police. We try to help everybody, but I will say our firemen, every time we're out on something or there's something suspicious, we have it out there too. And so we all work together, so I do appreciate everything they do as well as our officers. So we try to have most of them here. There's officers and some firemen that couldn't make it, but if you look around, they're around you. And I think they need appreciation because they all work really well together. And I'd like to give them a round of applause. I try to make them short and sweet, so you don't hear me run my mouth, but Evie told me to talk about a few things. Mayor Ethan Barnes did. So the one thing I did want to make sure everybody's aware of is one of the complaints we get a lot of is Main Street and the speed. And it's, a lot of people will look at them as they're sitting on Main Street, and it looks like they're faster than they're going, but then there's some that do. And that guy right there, Dan Gallagher, and I think she really focused hard on trying to prevent that and slow it down. But we did see that the state finally lowered it to 25, and I believe that's only recent. I wish it was 20. Actually, I think we wish it was probably 15, especially in the summertime. But we don't get to make those traffic speeds. We can only go by what the state agrees on. But they did lower it, and we are trying to enforce that. We try to do as many warnings as possible. Usually after the first timer, if they're going to continue to do it, then they might start looking at citations. We do try to keep those low as possible, and usually the first time when they get a warning, they learn their lesson and they move on. But we are going to continue to try to enforce that as much as possible. And you're welcome to call if anybody has any complaints on it. But it's as the summer comes on, that's going to be an issue that we will be watching. But anybody have any questions or anything other than Mark?
How's the focus on through truck traffic?
So Semi-traffic, it is a federal highway. I do know there's signs up there that say no trucks allowed, unless our city attorney advises me different, or somebody else can advise me different. My understanding and my explanation was that we actually can't enforce that because it is a federal highway. DOT was coming in and enforcing some of it. Their officers were, but I don't know if they're still doing it because I think they were asked not to. We try to educate the truckers as much as possible. We've actually called some trucking companies and let them know. The biggest problem is their GPS system sends them through town, and then it tells them to turn around, and then they end up pulling in all your parking lots and getting all jammed up, and then we end up dealing with them. And it's not necessarily, it's usually the new truckers who are just coming through the first time. After that, they learn their lesson and they hit the bypass. But we do try to manage it, but we're limited on our abilities to enforce it. So, but we do educate them. We actually had one just a few minutes ago doing a U-turn in the middle of 62 right in a curve because of the GPS system, and he got a lesson on it real quick. So, but yeah, we are trying to do that also. Any other questions?
Could you elaborate on how we plan to enforce our new 25-mile-an-hour speed limit?
Okay, so, yeah, we actually just recently, thanks to the administration, got a new radar that Mr. Henshaw back there obtained, and we're able to, in the real near future, get the other one's radar enforced. So we will be radar enforcing it. Again, we're not trying to be a ticket writing department where we're coming in writing every ticket, but we do want to educate, and we want to protect our citizens and our people who are walking, because there's so many people crossing Main Street, and it just takes one. We've been fortunate that we haven't had many pedestrian accidents at all, but it's our traffic and our population. Even though we're a small population town, I can tell you, and these guys will tell you, we're a huge population, especially in the summertime. And we've got so many people that are getting homes in the area as their secondary homes. So our population is a lot bigger than what people realize, our daily population. And but we are going to radar enforce it and try to keep people as safe as possible. And I hope I mean, we can just be there as much as we can. But educating people is another key. I mean, you see so many locals do it too. And even though they're going the speed limit, during certain parts of the day, the speed limit is way too fast. And we have people understand that and help us.
What about the crosswalks?
Crosswalks, I think,
I'll be working on some
yeah, I think
new paint there.
that'd be great. I'd love to, I mean, I don't have any, I think it's something with the state, I'd love to see some type of caution lights over them, but that's nothing I have control over. And I don't know that the city does, but hopefully that's something that could be in the future to warn. I try, when we come through, especially on a very busy day, if you'll notice, we stop, and we sometimes, if we see somebody trying to cross, we'll cut the other traffic off and get our lights and try to get across. And if we can do that several times, if it saves one person, we'll try to do it. We can do what we can do, but yeah, getting them paid right.
I think I speak for a lot of citizens when I say that if we can implement that new 25-mile-an-hour down there, that some of those pedestrian accidents potentially could be avoided large.
Is it not still, while I've been going, the state at some point is supposed to give that, I don't know what the term for it is, they're giving these roads back between bypasses. Once that happens, and we can control, and we'll have a lot more control over what happens.
Yeah, I don't know what the status is of that. I know it was in the talks. There was a lot to it, I believe. Yeah, I mean, if that ever was to happen, then we would have control of that,
Right.
from my understanding. But
Something to consider when we do that is the maintenance of that property. So we want to run some figures and be sure it's not going to bankrupt the city if we do take over
Well,
control.
the deal was that they were going to re-blacktop it and all that before. They weren't going to give it to us in bad shape. They're already doing that in other towns. The spot between the bypasses goes back to the municipality. So
yeah,
once that, because before we couldn't hang banners, we couldn't do anything.
yeah. There's a
But
lot
once we own it, it becomes a city street. You can put speed bumps down.
It's on my list.
Only thing I know about that is rumors that I've heard, so I'm not real sure where we're at on that. That'd be something that the mayor could probably look into, I'm sure.
Yes.
The only other thing, unless you got more, and I'll shut up after that, but we're planning an ATV ride coming up on February 18th. People from all over love those rides. We have a good time with them. We're gonna have I know it's not it sounds like a big deal, but we're gonna have really good hot dogs. and kind of a cookout at the Civic Center on February 18th. They're starting at 11:30, I believe, for lunch.
Yes,
And we're attempting to get a band to come play, but they're going to do kind of a medium to not real long, but I think it's like a 3.5-hour ride. And they're going to, all the funds for this ATV ride and this fundraiser is going to be for the proceeds to help towards the camera system that I've talked about in the recent past. We do have some people that have committed that they are going to make some donations. I don't know the amounts, and I think we've received some, but we still need help. We still want more, and it's we moved our trail camera that's been really handy to the park just last night because there was supposed to be some juveniles fighting. And we don't know if they're going to fight at the park or the beach, so we try to be everywhere, and our officers. So the cameras, I'm telling you, are so tremendously helpful to us, to help us do our job. So anybody like to come to that, we appreciate it.
Last question.
Yes, sir.
The speed, 25 mile an hour speed limit signs, will they be posted somewhere, or are they
We
already
can't post
posted?
it, they're already posted. The ones, as you come into town, right by the, yeah, Higginbottom's, that used to be the funeral home, and then the other ones when you're coming in town on the other side. It's right there.
The first one I saw, right before the hot dog.
Yeah, well, on the other side of town, on the west side.
Leslie's Auto, it's parked right
Yeah,
outside.
I was trying to remember where it's at. It's, yeah, we're at the Jim Bottle sales right there. So between that section, it drops to 25. I'd love for it to drop to 20, but yeah, we can't post anything. That's a state and federal highway. So, any questions for me or anybody have any questions?
Yes, and one of the companies that you called, the trucking companies you called about the other things, have you called like Granite County? Because I know that my husband, who is a truck driver, they have to update their
GPS system.
Yeah, and it's through Granite County.
I'm going to bring up some long time ago, but I know that previous administrations, I know Nina and had attempted to do that, and I remember that name mentioned. I don't know who they called. I haven't, but if you get with me, I'd be glad to. I'd love to fix it. We literally have semis that get jammed up in our side streets all the time because of it. So yeah, I'd love to call them. No, I've talked to trucking companies direct after we worked accidents, and they start updating their guys, and they put an email out. But the GPS system, for some reason, even though people have complained,
If they go to Google,
Yeah.
Google doesn't have the update.
they won't fix it.
Right,
Yeah.
that's why.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Chief.
What was the
This
date?
time,
What was the date of the ATV?
February 18th.
February the 18th. This time we'll have a Public Works report. Mr. Steve Morris. For all of you that don't know Mr. Morris here, he's who makes sure you have water in your toilet. Very important.
I mean, I didn't really go big spill on pay-per-view myself, but I know December was a pretty tough month for us. We're not used to that cold weather. A lot of people froze up. I don't know how many call-outs we had, it was a ton. But we tried to answer as much as we could, fix as much as we could. We had a big lightning strike right there at the beginning of the year. Busted about 10 foot of pipe. Parts did come in today. Hopefully we'll get our boosters on the water tank. Yeah, we got, I don't know if it went through the, I don't even know exactly what happened. I think it went to like the tractor wire. It just, on the end rod really popped about 10 foot of pipe. Got to check valve load, some electronic parts, but hopefully we get them back together pretty quick. I got a guy that got some parts. He called me today, said they come in today, bring them tomorrow. Hopefully we can get it back up and going. I know we got a ton of work on the street still to do. It's coming. Hopefully we got our new machine. It's been on order. I don't know when. You can call and check, see status of it. We got new skids are coming. Brush hog, sweeper. There's several tackles coming through.
The water itself is in good shape for everybody. Because I saw on Facebook, it's gotta be true that we were
Right.
bowl of things.
It was a
If it was on
precaution.
Facebook, it wasn't true.
That was the lightning strike, right?
Right. And the only area that affected was Robin Hood. We put them on just precautionary boiler just because we got them off of pretty quick. It didn't take us like 24 hours. We got them off of pretty quick.
And when you had those results come back in, there was no issue.
No, there was no issues. Everything passed. All back to it all passed already. And we've had well, we normally do three samples a month, we've done 6 for this month. Just kind of precautionary, 3 that we had to do, and then 3 there. And, but they're all passed, they're all good to go.
Good.
And hopefully it gets better from here.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, I mean, that's all I really got. I mean, I'm not good at this speaking too much.
No, you've done great. You've done good.
Good
Any
job.
other questions? Okay, thank you, sir. The next report will be from the Hardy Advertising and Promotion Commission. Ms. Jenny Coffin.
Good evening, council.
Good evening.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the facts, just the facts, kind of what I've been asked to do instead of reading the entire thing. So the actions that we've taken, we had a regular meeting on Monday, December the 19th. And we got the financial report. The balance in our general fund is $18,749.31. The balance of our reserve account is $51,071.97. The Hardy Historical Fence, Commissioner Horrell made a motion to donate the fence to Mr. Mark Herring. And Commissioner Smith seconded, and the motion passed. So that's where our historical fence will be going. Then Smith made a motion to take Darlene up on her offer to contact any of our businesses that are delinquent from July or earlier to try and get those resolved. And Commissioner Horrell seconded, and that motion passed. We've chosen our officers for the 2023, year 2023. Our chairman will, Commissioner Moore will remain the chairman. Vice chairman will be Commissioner Horrell, who will be sworn in, re-sworn in February, and then I'll be the secretary. And then, let's see, and then Commissioner Smith informed us that Creating Bridges grant was approved for $2,000 for a new trash can for Dr. Thompson Park and hardware, and 1 set of banners for 10 light poles. So that'll be fantastic. And then we had a special meeting on January the 9th, and that was for voting on approving Philip Corral and Vicki Strickland as commissioners. And they will be, that motion passed unanimously, and I guess they'll be sworn in February or March. And then then Commissioner Smith, where there's an organization called Arkansas Festival and Events Association, and Commissioner Smith made a motion to spend $200 to join that, and a roll call vote was taken on that and passed unanimously, so that'll be a really good thing for us to get involved in. And then also, this is our ad. We've already got an ad in for 2023 in the Arkansas Traveler Guide.
Where do all of those guides get distributed, Ms. Coffin?
I'm sorry?
Where all do those guides get distributed?
I believe they get distributed to the different travel, what are those things called? Yes, the visitor centers. Welcome center. And then I think we've got them available here at City Hall and different places
You
around.
got some in the library too, don't you?
I think
I
they
believe
take them
so.
to him after.
There's some down at the Civic Center, and I think there's a few businesses around town that keep some on hand.
But potentially hundreds of thousands of people see that publication.
Potentially, yes. And then there's also, there's online activity with this as well.
You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you. So the next report is the mayor's report, and that would be me now. So I just want to report and let you all know that I've settled in quite well. It's been a warm welcome that I've received, and we've hit the ground running the last few days. My door has been open. I've been here to help you all as the needs have arisen, and I'm just very appreciative of the great council that we have and the great staff that we have for an attorney and for our recorder treasurer. And this is a new administration. If someone needs something, please email me, text me, call me. Temporarily, I'm in this front office up here. Come and see me. I will be moving to a chamber back here. But in the meantime, mayor@cityofhardy.org, mayor@cityofhardy.org. And I would be glad to visit with you on any requests that you have. We want the city of Hardy to be the best that it's ever been. So let's all work towards that. If you all need me, please reach out. Next month I'll have a better report for you. But what I can report on now is that it's been a nice, warm welcome. So thank you guys very much. Under unfinished business, building permit fees. Council, I don't know that you have this figure, so if you'll just kind of mentally take a note of this or write it down as I speak. In the year 2017, the city of Hardy issued 11 permits for a grand total of $1,875. 2018, we issued 9 permits for $1,029. The year 2019, we issued 9 permits again for $952.50. In the year 2020, we issued 4 permits for $125. So in the year of June, the year of 2020, in the month of June, the City of Hardy Council suspended collecting any building permit fees. That was due to our COVID pandemic that we were in. None in 2021 were collected. None in 2022 were collected. So we've gone 2.5 years without collecting any permit fees. Your average for your amount of fees from the year 2017, 18, and 19 totals $1,285. So we potentially, if you take half of that amount for the year of 20, plus a full year of 21 and a full year of 22, we potentially missed out on $3,213.75 in permit revenue. It was a great idea, I think, at that time to promote people coming to Hardy to build here. But if they're coming here and building $250,000 homes or more, I think they can afford $50 or $100 for the city of Hardy. So at this time, I'd like to ask the council's blessing to reinstate our fees with our current fee schedule that we do have in place.
I'll make that motion.
Got a first, Mr. Berry, and a second, Mr. Gordon. All in favor via voice vote?
Aye.
Any abstained? Any noes? Motion will carry. Thank you. We have some new business to handle today. Ordinance 2023-1 for our city attorney.
I had to make some corrections on that, so bring that to me. I made some corrections on that. I'm so used to operating as a first-class city attorney, and Hardy is y'all second class, but y'all do a lot more than you realize as if it wasn't first class. Y'all don't realize I've handled Maynard and a few other smaller ones, Biggers and Raven Inn, and y'all are, there's a lot more involved with y'all than you realize. So I've gone ahead and made a few corrections. It was just to change the statute number and the wording as far as the statute refers to cities of the second class and incorporated towns. And I'm ready to read that whenever the council's ready.
So will that be noted, we will update this ordinance with the...
Well, I'm just going to read it. When they make the motion to to put the ordinance on the first reading, then I'll read the whole thing and it'll show the corrections, and then they can go ahead and make a motion to read the ordinance second and third reading title only, and go ahead and that way.
Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Well, you need to take, so there needs to be a motion
Motion.
I make such a motion.
to
To read it.
Read it in its entirety the first time.
Thank you, Laura.
Second.
Mr. Berry?
Second by Barry. All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance number 2023-1, an ordinance establishing that the office of city attorney for the city of Hardy shall be filled by appointment, prescribing the duties thereof, declaring an emergency and for other purposes. Whereas Arkansas Code annotated section 1442-112 provides that cities of the second class, incorporated towns may decide to appoint their city attorney rather than have the city attorney elected. If no attorney residing in the city is elected or is willing to serve as city attorney, then the city may contract with any licensed attorney of this state to serve as legal advisor, counsel, or prosecutor until a qualified city attorney is elected or qualified. And whereas there is no elected city attorney or an attorney residing in the city of Hardy who is willing to serve as city attorney for the city of Hardy. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of Hardy, Arkansas, Section 1, appointment. The mayor, with the advice and consent of the City Council, will appoint a licensed Arkansas attorney to fulfill the duties of the city attorney for so long as the city qualifies to appoint a city attorney under Arkansas Code annotated Section 1442(1)12. Section 2, term of office. The term of the office for the city attorney shall be 1 year and shall begin and end as the terms of, it shall be for 1 year. Nothing herein shall prohibit the mayor, with the consent of the council, from terminating a city attorney, and nothing herein shall prohibit a city attorney from resigning. However, in either event, the giving of 30 days advance written notice shall be required. Section 3, contract for services. The city attorney will perform such duties as are herein described and delineated, and such other duties as from time to time may be assigned by the mayor of the city council. A contract for services prescribing the salary, other fees, expenses, and benefits to be paid to such appointed city attorney shall be entered into periodically. Section 4, duties for the compensation, benefits, and consideration set forth in the contract for services with the appointed city attorney. She shall perform the following: attend city council meetings and advise the city on municipal matters, communicate with and advise city officials and or employees regarding municipal matters, prepare such ordinances and resolutions as are needed for normal operations of the city, and for compensation to be delineated in the contract for services. The city attorney may be requested or assigned by the mayor of the city council to perform services or assume special responsibility beyond those anticipated by the foregoing. Such projects may include, but are not necessarily limited to, legal efforts, consultations, and or litigation of city matters not in the Hardy District Court, bond issues, legal efforts, consultation, and or litigation of matters related to Hardy Water and Sewer Department or Hardy Volunteer Fire Department, special meetings, reviewing consultations involving financing issues, condemnation and right-of-way matters, tax ordinances, and the purchase, sale, or lease of property. These services shall be compensated an hourly rate as set forth in the contract for services, and will be billed upon the conclusion of each matter or as the matter is handled in lengthy proceedings matters. The city attorney may recommend that additional legal counsel be hired by the city as the matter requires. However, the city council shall make the final determination in every case, and such other counsel shall be compensated as agreed. Section 5, special conditions. Recognizing a city attorney should be a member of the Arkansas City Attorneys Association and attend continuing education classes for city attorneys. The city agrees to pay a pro rata share of such membership and education costs as determined by the contract for services. Section 6, emergency clause. It is found and declared by the City Council of the City of Hardy, Arkansas, that this ordinance is necessary for the preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the City of Hardy, and an emergency is hereby declared to exist. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage, approval, and publication. Passed and approved this 17th day of January 2023.
Any questions? Everybody good?
We need a- Okay. We have a motion to waive the second and third readings and do it by title only.
Second.
Do we have a motion?
Oh, we need one already. I make a motion that we waive the full reading of the second and third
I'll
and do it by title only.
First
Second.
Gordon, second Lewis Smith.
I don't have my hearing aid on, I don't want to do it.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Ordinance number 2023-1, an ordinance establishing that the office of city attorney for the city of Hardy shall be filled by appointment, prescribing the duties thereof, declaring an emergency and for other purposes.
Do we hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
I'll make a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Allen, Barry.
Motion by Allen and second by Barry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
And you'll need to pass the motion to pass the emergency clause.
I'll make a motion, pass the emergency clause.
Motion by Taylor to enact the emergency clause, and a second by Gordon.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstained? Motion carries. Satisfied?
They want to vote it, that's.
Has it retired?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I need to be sworn in.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll move on to Resolution 2023-1, agenda format for meetings.
We don't have to read, it's not an ordinance.
But we do have to read the resolution.
We have to read the resolution through and through?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, sorry. We hadn't been doing
I mean,
that.
what I will say this,
Yeah,
when I
sorry.
first was city attorney, several things were ordinances, but they were waiving the readings, second and third.
Okay.
So then I noticed after the 5-year period I wasn't, and I came back, they changed a lot of the ordinances to resolutions, because then they only had to do one reading, but you have to
Oh,
read
okay.
the whole thing.
Gotcha.
So it's a trade-off, but it made it a little bit more
Okay.
efficient.
So we do need a motion to read Resolution 2023.
I'll
Sorry.
second it.
Okay, first.
Motion by Allen, second by Taylor to read Resolution 2023-1. All in favor?
Aye.
Would you like to read it?
Attorney's going to read.
Sorry, I jumped to a different page. Resolution 2023-1, a resolution to establish the agenda format for city council meetings. Whereas the city of Hardy, Arkansas desires to have orderly, civil, and productive meetings that come before the city council. And whereas Arkansas Code Annotated Section 1443-501 provides that members of the governing body elected for each city shall in January assemble and organize the governing body. And whereas the elected council members of the city of Hardy, Arkansas believe that it is in the best interest of the city to establish the following rules and regulations regarding the proceedings of the monthly city council meetings of Hardy, any committee or commission meetings, and the duties and responsibilities of the elected officials of the city. Now therefore be it resolved by the city council of the city of Hardy, Arkansas that Section 1, procedural rules, the rules of procedure for transacting business at regular and special meetings of the city council shall be the procedural rules for municipal officials as most recently published by Arkansas Municipal League and any applicable Arkansas laws pertaining thereto. Section 2, city council meetings. The city council adopts the format presented below for conduct of regular meetings of the Hardy City Council, call to order, pledge allegiance, invocation, council member roll call, approval of minutes, agenda review, reports, city financials, fire, police, public works, Hardy A&P, mayor report, unfinished business, new business, announcements, upcoming events, and adjourn. City council meeting agendas will be set prior to the meeting by the mayor or his or her designee. Anyone wishing to add an item of consideration to the agenda should contact City Hall no later than Thursday before the meeting takes place before 4 p.m. Citizen commentary will not be allowed at city council meetings. Public hearings will be the forum for residents to express opinions and for council members to explain their positions in public, and will be scheduled on an as-needed basis. Regular meetings shall be on the second Monday of each month, with meetings to begin at 6 p.m. and held at Hardy City Hall, 124 Woodland Hills Road, when a regular meeting falls on a recognized city holiday. The meeting will be on the third Monday of the month. Other necessary changes to changes to regular meeting dates, working and special meetings, and public hearings will be announced as needed, passed and approved the 17th day of January 2022.
I make a motion to approve the resolution 2023-1.
Your first from Gordon, second from Allen. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Sir?
The citizens' commentary will not be allowed at city council meetings. Will there still be 3 minutes at the end of the meeting for public comments?
So by us taking the, excuse me for 1 second, let me find my line here. So for us taking the form route, the public forums will be prior to the city council meeting. So any of those type of conversations will be held prior to. And at that time, if there's a need, we will announce them. They will either be monthly or quarterly. So we're going to do it before the meeting.
So before every meeting, there'll be an opportunity for comment?
either quarterly or monthly as the need arises. Yes, sir. Ma'am?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I just have I know Darlene had asked me about conflicts with the meeting times. Just wanted to point out, second Monday of each month is Sharp County Quorum Court meeting at 6 o'clock. Second Monday of each month is Ash Flat City Council meeting at 6 o'clock. Just so you're aware.
You're well aware. Thank you. We had a motion and a second.
Okay, yes. You vote. So we'll go to holiday dates.
The next resolution, correct? Mr. Ryder?
Need somebody to make a motion to read it first.
I'll make a motion to read.
I'll second that motion.
Ms. Taylor?
Taylor and Smith. All in favor of reading resolution 2023-2 to establish holiday dates, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 2023-2, a resolution to establish holiday dates for the city of Hardy for 2023. Whereas the city of Hardy, Arkansas desires to have an orderly, civil, and productive business working relationship with the public and its employees. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hardy, Arkansas that the following 2023 holidays will be observed on the dates indicated below. New Year's Day, Monday, January 2nd, 2023. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Monday, January 16th, 2023. President's Day, Monday, February 20th, 2023. Memorial Day, Monday, May 29th, 2023. Juneteenth, Independence Day, Monday, June 19th, 2023. Independence Day, Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. Labor Day, Monday, September 4th, 2023. Columbus Day, Monday, October 9th, 2023. Veterans Day, Friday, November 10th, 2023, observed. Thanksgiving holidays, Thursday, November 23rd, and Friday, November 24th. Christmas Eve, Monday, December 25th, 2023, observed. Christmas Day, Tuesday, December 26th, 2023, observed. Pass and approve the 17th day of January, 2023.
The only thing to note on that is the new federal holiday of Juneteenth, Independence Day.
Motion to approve.
Motion to accept it as read.
I'll second.
Motion by Allen and a second by Barry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
I guess I'll make the resolution to have read resolution 2023-3.
I'll second that.
Get it first.
Motion by Smith and a second by Barry to read 2022-3 to establish bank signatories. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Resolution 2023-3, a resolution to establish signatories for bank transactions for the city of Hardy, Arkansas. Whereas the city of Hardy, Arkansas desires to designate those individuals that may sign checks on behalf of the city of Hardy. Whereas the city of Hardy requires 2 signatures on all checking transactions for the city. Whereas the city of Hardy wishes to have both the mayor and the recorder treasurer as the primary signatories and feels the need for one alternate signatory would be important in the event one of these individuals is not physically able to sign. Now therefore it be resolved by the City Council of the City of Hardy, Arkansas that Section 1, the following individuals are to be designated with signatory approval for banking activities of the City of Hardy. Ethan Barnes, Mayor, primary. Darlene Wilson, Recorder Treasurer, primary. Sue Taylor, Councilwoman, alternate. Section 2, all signatory approvals granted prior to the approval of this resolution are hereby deemed canceled. Passed and approved the 17th day of January 2023.
Make a motion to pass resolution 2023-3.
Second.
Motion by Gordon and a second by Smith. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'll make the resolution to have read resolution 2023-4.
Motion by Smith to read resolution 2023-4, approving a CAO amendment. Do I hear a second? Second by Gordon. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Attorney?
Resolution 2023-4, a resolution to approve the consent administrative order and authorize the mayor and recorder treasurer to sign CAO amendment on behalf of the city of Hardy Burton Street Waste Water Treatment Facility. Whereas the city of Hardy, Arkansas operates a municipal wastewater treatment facility located at Burton Street, Hardy, Sharp County, Arkansas. Whereas the city of Hardy discharges treated wastewater to Spring River, thence to Black River, thence to White River in segment 4H of the White River Basin. Whereas the city of Hardy holds MPDES permit number AR0037991, issued on November 22nd, 2017, which was effective January 1, 2018, and expired December 31st, 2022. Whereas the city of Hardy continued the operation of this facility beyond the expiration date of the current permit, December 31st, 2022. Whereas the complete permit renewal application was not received by July 4th, 2022, which is a violation of Part 3, Section D, Condition 10 of the permit, and therefore is a violation of Arkansas Code annotated 8/4/2017 A3. And whereas on August 25th, 2022, the DEQ received a completed renewal application and notified the city of Hardy on September 14th, 2022. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hardy, Arkansas, that Section 1, the Consent Administrative Order, CAO, issued pursuant to the authority of the Arkansas Water and Air Pollution Control Act has been reviewed and approved by the City Council. Section 2, the Mayor and City Recorder Treasurer are authorized to sign the Consent Administrative Order, CAO, on behalf of the City of Hardy, passed and approved the 17th day of January 2023.
I make a motion we pass resolution 2023-4.
Second.
Motion by Gordon and a second by Barry. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next item on the agenda is our proposed Hardy A&P Commissioners approval.
We can talk about it. So the A&P Commission nominated Philip Horrell in their, you approved it at your last meeting. So for the at-large position, and Vicki Strickland for the tourist-related business manager position. So if it's the wish of the city council to approve those, the city council does have a vote, yes.
I'd second that.
Well, we need a motion.
Need a motion first.
He did it.
I make a motion that we go ahead and approve their selections for them.
Motion by Gordon, second by Barry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I do, but they're not here. I don't believe either one of them are here tonight.
Mr. Horwell, you're not in the building, are you?
No,
He had surgery.
he had surgery, I believe, so we'll do that, we'll get him sworn in as soon as.
So we will issue his oath of office at a later time, and Ms. Strickland's as well. There's no upcoming events listed on the agenda. Council, do you have any upcoming events to publish at this time?
Just that ATV ride.
The ATV ride?
Chief Rose informed us of the side-by-side benefit fundraiser on February the 18th. Anybody has any questions, please direct them to Chief Rose. This time I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
You might want to clarify when the next council meeting is because of the change.
True, so the next council meeting
I
is,
just changed mine to February
yeah,
13th.
thank you. Yes, so that sounds right.
Is that correct?
Monday, February 13th at 6 PM here at City Hall.
And if there's going to be public before that, what time is the public meeting before that?
We're going to start at that time at 5:45, so 15 till. If there is a public meeting, I won't know what's on the agenda to hold a public meeting until we have.
But if that's
Yes.
the schedule time. Okay.
Yes. That's what some other cities I have observed are doing, so that's what we would do as well.
Okay.
Mayor, would you allow me to speak since this is my last meeting?
Mr. Martin, I'd be glad.
I would just like to question A and P Commission usually has 2 appointments from the city council. Is that going to be made in the near future?
We just handled that.
But those are
No,
at large,
no.
which is your
At the
appointment.
he's opting to do that at the February meeting. He hasn't done that
That's
yet. Yes.
one thing. The other thing with the water and the wastewater, I'm under the impression that if a city council has a water department, then all the council members have to go for training now. Are they aware of that?
A majority of them, and 3 of them already have. We need 1 more to go
Okay,
this year.
and sorry, the third thing I wanted to ask was, who now is your floodplain manager? Because that's gonna be another thing with, he's not, oh boy, you're really taking the lead.
Yes.
Just wanted to know that. Thank you very much. And
Until he appoints someone to replace him.
it's a
Right now, there's a need, so I'm going to do it myself.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate you letting me.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And congratulations for your win in your election in Cherokee Village.
Thank you very much.
You bet. We had a motion and a second to adjourn.
Did I get a motion and a second? I had an Alan made a motion. Did I hear a second? Gordon? All in favor? Any
We are
opposed?
adjourned.